Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among rolling hills and lush green forests, lived a curious and adventurous young rabbit named Oliver. Oliver had soft brown fur and big twinkling eyes that were always filled with wonder. Every day, Oliver would explore the meadows, chasing butterflies and sniffing colorful flowers. But one sunny morning, as he hopped along a narrow path, he noticed something peculiar. A tiny, sparkling trail of glitter led into the woods. Oliver's curiosity got the best of him, and he decided to follow the magical trail. As he ventured deeper into the forest, the air grew cooler, and the trees towered above him like giants. But Oliver was undeterred, for his heart was filled with excitement. He hopped over mossy rocks and under low-hanging branches until he arrived at a clearing. In the center of the clearing stood a whimsical cottage. Its roof was made of leaves, and its walls were covered in vines and flowers. Oliver's eyes widened with amazement. It was the home of the forest fairies. Just as he was about to tiptoe closer, a tiny voice whispered, "Who goes there?" Startled, Oliver turned around to see a delicate fairy floating in the air. She had shimmering wings, dressed in a gown made of petals, and a mischievous smile on her face. "I'm Oliver, the adventurous rabbit," he replied, bowing politely. "I followed the glittery trail and found your magical cottage. May I come in and say hello?" The fairy giggled and granted Oliver permission to enter. The moment he stepped inside, he was greeted by a group of joyful fairies, each one with a unique talent. There was Flutter, who could make the wind dance, and Twinkle, who could light up the darkest nights with her twinkling glow. Oliver spent the entire day playing with the fairies, discovering their enchanting abilities. Flutter taught him how to leap higher with the help of a gentle breeze, and Twinkle taught him to find his way in the dark using the light within his heart. The fairies were amazed by Oliver's bravery and quickness. As the sun began to set, it was time for Oliver to bid farewell to his newfound friends. With a heavy heart, he hugged each fairy tightly and promised to return soon. As he hopped back home, Oliver carried the magic of the fairies in his heart. He knew that even without wings or a gown made of petals, he was special in his own way. Oliver had discovered that the greatest adventures were found within oneself, and that friendship and curiosity could unlock a world of enchantment. From that day forward, Oliver never stopped exploring and seeking new adventures. And whenever he needed a little bit of magic, he closed his eyes, remembering the fairies' sparkling smiles and the joy they brought into his life. And so the curious rabbit Oliver continued his adventures,